What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet, and welcome back to the Prophet Realty Group channel. And this is Rolex Sunday. One of our bros here on the channel coined the phrase Rolex Sunday, so I'm running with that. Rolex Sundays, where we just talk Rolex. You know, I share my personal Rolex stories, my love for Rolex with you guys, and a lot of you guys have been putting your own personal stories in the comments, which I love. You know, I would really like to turn Sunday nights into, you know, let's just talk Rolex. I share my stories with you, and you share your stories with me. No, this, real watch experience from the real people that lived it. Yeah, so here we go. I was doing a quick little liquor run outside, and I decided just to pop in. I got 2 new projects coming online next month in this building, so I wanted to just come in and take a look at how far the work's been along. Come on, I'll show it to you. You want to see? Come on. All right, this is the living room. That's a nice sized living room. That box that you see there, that's the fridge. You know, we're throwing this out. Gonna get brand new stainless steel fridge. Painting's been done already. You see this up here? This is going to be a drop ceiling. It's going to be all recessed lighting. Really nice, really beautiful. See that nice big window? The kitchen, kitchen. See there, we're going to have the recessed lighting as well with the drop ceiling. Kitchen, not finished yet. It's the corridor. Oh, here, let me show you something. This is something here. Oh, wait a minute. See the beautiful wood floors? It's a hardwood. It's gonna be like a nice dark hardwood, really nice. Let me show you back to the corridor. Check this out. When our projects are completely finished, we paint the doors red. So if you live in New York or Miami and your door is red, I'm probably your landlord. That's just food for thought. All right, now, so let's sit down. Let's get a little something to drink and get into tonight's video. All right. I did a nice little liquor run here. We got one of my favorite gins, Bombay Sapphire. Little vermouth. We're gonna make a little martini. I started a little earlier, so, and you know we always got these in the car, cups. So sit back, grab your sip. We're gonna get started. Rolex Sundays, my friends. Vermouth. Martinis are what we're drinking tonight, family. Bombay Sapphire, one of my favorite gins. Hendrix, I like Hendrix or Bombay Sapphire. That's it. No other gin. If they don't have Hendrix or Bombay Sapphire, you know, I won't drink a martini. I'll have something else. Shaken, not stirred, whatever. Right. Put a little splash of gin in there. Okay. Now let's get into it. So I woke up this morning. I was feeling pretty good. I'm on this new diet, intermittent fasting, whatever they call it, where you skip breakfast and stuff like that. It's actually been working for me. I've been losing a little weight. I was able to put in one of my older suits that didn't fit me anymore. This one is a Valentino. See that there? Valentino. Beautiful suit. I love the suit a lot, and it actually fits now. I can just about close the button. Well, I can close the button, and but I still got a ways to go. But anyway, okay. So today's video, I want to talk about your watch, your Rolex. Your Rolex is always there. Rolex does a little something on YouTube. They have a channel, and they on one of the videos they had was James Cameron. They had James Cameron on there one day, and he had his watch is a Submariner. He wears a Submariner, Submariner, aka the landlord watch, right? And he was wearing his Sub, and he said something that the Monterey that stuck with me, and it really resonated with me. He said, actually, I use it in my own life. He said, first off, I found it a little weird that James Cameron, he has his own watch. Rolex gave him the Deep Sea, the James Cameron Deep Sea. They gave him his own watch, so I found it weird that he's wearing the Sub. So that just solidified the fact that the Rolex Submariner, aka the landlord watch, is pound for pound, dollar for dollar, the best watch on the planet. Even with individuals where money is no object, they opt for the Submariner. You may have others in your collection, but you must have the Submariner. And the Subby, the aka the landlord watch, is going to be your favorite watch. I mean, I have a small little collection, but this is the watch that gets most of my wrist time. So back to James Cameron. He said something in the video. He's a famous filmmaker. He made Titanic, Avatar. I mean, the list goes on and on with him, right? But he said something that really resonated with me. Beautiful V-cut. He said, people come and go in your life. People are going to come and go. But the watch is always there. And that really resonated with me in my life, because that's been a fact. That's been a damn fact in my life. People are going to come and go in your life. 2018 was an emotional roller coaster for me. I mean, it was a great year financially for us. We opened a new business, which really taken off. But it was an emotional roller coaster for me and Cookie. Biggie passed. Biggie, my boy. He my English bulldog. He passed in September 7th of 2018, and that really messed us up. There was a couple other little things that happened too. But when Biggie passed, I remember I was there when he passed. He passed in the morning, and I was laying down there with him, and he just stopped breathing. And I remember putting my hand on him, and he stopped breathing, and like he was, he passed, so he was no longer with us. And I remember looking down, and I had this watch. I had this watch on, which was crazy. Then Cookie came home, crying, hysterical, and everything like that. Um, and then I had a best friend growing up in my life, and a few years back or whatever, he got whatever, maybe misunderstood something, whatever. So I haven't spoken to him in a while, and when we were getting Biggie ready, because I was gonna take him out and bury him. I'm going downstairs. He had showed up. He had popped back into my life. So, and I hadn't seen him or spoken to him in a couple of years. So he had popped back into my life when we were getting Biggie ready. So he came with us to bury Biggie. So I went to my mother's house. I had a rented van, a rented minivan. When Biggie passed, and which was weird that I remember it because the seats were folded down in the back, and me and Biggie were laying back there, and I thought the ride was so smooth in this van that I actually went out and bought that same van for Cookie's new business. She needed a van for her business, so I bought one of those for her business. It's a great van, and I figured it was the van that Biggie used to love riding in the cars. So he had his last ride in that car, so I figured I had to get one of those vans. So so as I said, this guy popped back into my life, right? And as we go take Biggie to my mother's house, that's where I was going to bury him, in my mother's backyard. She has a big backyard. I'm digging his grave, right? I'm digging his grave. I remember the shirt I had on, and so I'm digging his grave, and it's weird because I look down, and I'm with people there. Cookie's there, my mom is there, my friend is there. There's people there, and you ever been in like a room full of people with a group of people, and you just feel like you're all alone, whether you're sad or you're in your feelings or whatever it is. You could be in a group. Well, it just happens to me. I could be in a group of people, a room full of people, and sometimes I'll just feel all alone. Well, that happened to me when I was, digging Biggie's grave. I just felt like, I was all alone. I was all alone out there, and I just remember like looking down at my wrist, and the watch was with me. I felt like, I know the watch is an inanimate object. I understand that, but it just, like James Cameron said, people come and go. My friend has been in and out of my life my whole life, and but the watch, since I've got it, since I bought this watch, it's been there. It's been there for me. It just feel like it was me, him, and Biggie out there. Me, my watch, and Biggie out there all alone. The watch has, been with me through the whole. I picked up this watch in 2016, and it's been with me, since then. Almost, like I said, almost every day on my wrist. It's been, yeah, it's been to Cancun. I mean, you know, it's just been there. It's been there for me. It's been there with Biggie. I remember, you know, numerous times walking down Biscayne Boulevard in Miami, going to Bayside with Biggie and you know, Messi, King Messi, my other dog. And you know, I would throw pictures with the boys, and I would, you know, with a watch shot, and I would always show the landlord watch with the boys with Biggie. I wish I knew how to insert like a photo, a little video up top while I'm shooting this, but I don't. Maybe somebody on the channel can help me with that. Maybe put it in the comments, tell me how to do it. I don't know how to do it. So I'll include at the end some pictures of Biggie. Yeah, so you can see my boy. Yeah, so everywhere we went, road trips, we always took road trips with the boys, with Biggie, and he loved to be in the car, he loved to be on a road trip. And I always took a lot of pictures with him, and you know, the watch shots, you know, as you do, us watch enthusiasts as we do, we always want to, you know, do the watch shot. And now as I'm here, you know, I'm all alone, just smoking a cigar, drinking a little martini, and I'm thinking, you know what? James Cameron was right. You know, people gonna come and go in your life. Women, they come and go. I mean, if you're lucky, you meet a good one and you keep her. You know, you don't mess it up too bad where she decides that she's had enough of you. You know, I mean, every relationship's gonna have its arguments, but you know, as long as you don't mess it up too bad, you keep her, you do right by her. And you're able to keep her. But people, they're gonna come and go in your life. Friends are gonna come and go. Business associates are gonna come and go. You know, tenants come and go. Employees come and go. But you know, the watch is always there. You know, I've never heard anything that has resonated, you know, more profoundly with me than what he said. He said, you know, people come and go, but the watch is always there. And I think other people, you know, in your life, they understand that. It's crazy, but I'll tell you a little story. I remember living with this woman, right? Oh man, we used to fight all the time. I mean, you know, she wasn't one for me. I mean, she was a nice girl and everything, but you know, I guess we weren't really that compatible. But anyway, we used to fight all the time, right? And sometimes she would like to, like, you know, I was a younger guy. She would, like, when the arguments would escalate or whatever, and back at that time I had the two-tone bluesy, the sub steel and gold with the blue face, right? In Why I Love the Landlord watch, I included some pictures of it in that video. I'll include it at the end of this video if you want to check that out. But anyway, I had that watch at that time, right? And of course I used to wear it every day. Whenever the argument used to escalate, for some reason she used to attack the watch, right? She used to attack my watch. Like, she wouldn't get physical with me, like hit me and stuff, but I mean, sometimes she would pull on my shirt or whatever, but see that shirt, Mr. Nice Watch. Love these shirts, My T-Shirt X. But anyway, shout out to mytshirtx.com. Love the shirts. But anyway, so yeah, she would attack the watches. Like, after the argument would escalate, she would attack my watch. And I remember her one day being on the bed and me talking over her, and she grabbed at the watch and was pulling at the bracelet. She was pulling at my bracelet. And then across the bracelet, I had a big scratch, and that was her. That was her pulling my watch. And I never understood, you know, why would she always attack my watch? Why would you always attack the watch? And as I got older, you know, I realized that that other people can sense that the watch is your one true companion. You know, the watch is always going to be there, rain or shine. You know, you're doing great, you're doing terrible, you're doing bad. You know, you're worried. Whatever it is, the watch is never going to pick up and run. You know, I mean, you know, whatever. Call me crazy, but in my life, in my experience, Joya de Monterey, one of the best cigars in the world, Cuban Joya de Monterey. In my life, in my experience, the watches never gave up on me. I've given up on it, you know, that two-tone bluesy in particular. I had to sell that when I lost my first business. Well, when my partner sold it out from under me, you know, I had to, you know, whatever. I had to sell that, so, you know, it broke my heart. But it's not that the watch gave up on me, I gave up on the watch, you know. I'm probably gonna buy a two-tone bluesy again just to throw it into my collection. Actually, in my watch box, a lot of you seen my watch box already, I got a video about it. I've actually moved my watches over and left an empty space, the second space open for the two-tone bluesy. I'm probably gonna get it again. I wanna get the bluesy, and I wanna get a King Midas. It has to be the first run edition, you know, the one with the numbers on the back, the ones that only 1,000 made. It was 1 platinum piece, 99 white golds, and 900 yellow pieces. I don't want the ones from the 80s. I need the ones, you know, from the 70s, you know, late 60s. That first edition, the one, I believe it's the 9630, the one Elvis had. John Wayne had one. The guy in Goldfinger wore it. The James Bond movies. Yeah, I'm looking for one of those in great condition. I mean, you know, decent condition. It has to be still be working, and I need the box. I need the original box. The thing that looks like an urn. If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, or knows whether I can pick up one or has one, please let me know. I would love to look at it. I want to add that to my collection. Yeah, before I get either the bluesy and the Daytona. I'm probably going to get a Daytona, a white face Daytona. But first I want to get that King Midas. I want to put that in my collection. I've never seen anybody own that watch. I think it's highly underrated. There was only 1,000 pieces made. One day I think those watches, you know, I don't know. I just think it's a great watch to have. There was only 1,000 made. The King had one. John Wayne had one. And you know, I would love to have one in my collection. You know, you probably can't get links for it anymore. It's probably not going to fit me. I understand that, but I'm just going to get it, put it in my watch box, keep the box on display, you know, in my house for people to come over, and I'll talk about it. Or, you know, when I'm all alone, I can look at my watches. My watch is always there, right? People come and go, but your watch is always there. So, yeah, that's it. You know, I just wanted to make a quick little video and just telling people, you know, how I feel about it. Like in my life, personal life, people have come, you know, came and gone. You know, businesses, I've lost businesses, I've built businesses, I've lost businesses. I've had employees, I've lost employees, got new employees. You know, I've had jobs, got fired, got new jobs, quit jobs. Yeah, you know, my life's been a lot of ups and downs, but like I said, 2018 was probably financially it was a great year, great year. God, you know, thank you, Lord, for that. But emotionally, for me and Cookie, it was a terrible year. Like I said, I lost Biggie. I mean, we've had him. I got him at 4 weeks old. He was just a little thing. You know, I remember going to get him, and you know, whatever. That's a story for another video. But I'll include some pictures of him at the end of this video. I wish I could put him up here. I just don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not really technically savvy. I just, you know, I shoot these videos. I sit my iPhone down and I hit record and I go, you know, off the top of my head. So yeah, like, you know, like James Cameron said, I can't put it any better. People come and go, but the watch is always going to be there. Yeah. So I'm your host, Richard Prophet. This is the Prophet Realty Group channel. This is Rolex Sunday. This is Rolex Sunday, where we exchange watch stories, where I give you my real life watch experience, and you comment on it, and you give me something back. You know, we exchange real life Rolex stories, and we share our stories with the world. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me, and comment below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like this video, and if you have a Rolex story, please share it with me. Share it with everybody else. I'm your host, Richard Prophet. This is the Prophet Realty Group channel, and this is Rolex Sunday.